I literally was thinking of the last hot cedar falling down on the floor and getting vomiting and laughing about it so I could get happy enough to get up here and have you pick me. So it worked, obviously. I wish to first, along with everybody else in this room, send much love to Jerry and you all as well for beginning this type of program years and years and years ago and allowing us to come into this expanded place, go creative.
We're all in it together and there's no ending to it. Yes, indeed.
My question is around expanding more into the love that I am. Us men sometimes, we, because of ego or whatever, we place ourselves in these intimate settings with our beloved one, the love of our life, the lady of our life, and sometimes we occasionally aren't up to speed, or the larger part of us doesn't show up, or the expanded part of us isn't there,
or you care too much what she thinks.
Maybe.
And in the process of that, train yourself away from your own guidance, and thus it's the cycle. You care what someone else thinks who can't feed you with resource of source, and in the process deprive yourself of the true resources, and then in your feeling of not enoughness it begins to break down.
Well, and my question was around, I mean, is it a mental thing? Is it a physical thing? Is it a worthy thing? What?
It's a mental focus thing, and it's a practice thing. It's a learned behavior, and it starts when your mother makes you share your toys.
I'm still sharing my toys.
Well, there's a difference between sharing your toys and being made to share your toys.
Oh.
Of course you want to share your toys. You want to share your clarity, you want to share your upliftment, you want to share your money, you want to share your lunch, you want to share your beautiful world, you want to share because it's who you are, and because you're unlimited and you want everyone to feel as wonderful as you feel. But when you are not feeling that, then, and someone says that you should share in order to make them feel better, then it gets out of whack. Clear, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Along a different line, but on the same thing, we use, as human beings, we use about 10% of our brains. And how does that fit in with us being in alignment or not being in alignment, being fully expressed as who we are, that sort of thing?
Well, who told you that? In other words, how are they measuring such a thing? Are they serious? They don't know what part of your brain's doing what part of what. In other words, they're just guessing at most of it. And rather than thinking about only utilizing 10% of your brain, you see, we would explain it to you that because as they are attaching vibrational reading equipment to you, that's how they're coming to those conclusions. They're not factoring in the vortex part of you. And unless you are in alignment, if they were to put equipment on Esther when she's receiving Abraham, they would be amazed at the percentage of her brain that is being activated through this high energy frequency transmission. In other words, do you realize what's going on? And if they were to put the equipment on you as you're listening, as you found resonance with it, the same thing would be true of all of you.
Right.
And so what that measurement really is about is alignment or not. And so we're not really out of agreement with what many of them are saying, because most people are walking around not very much tuned into who they are. You know that when you think about the highs that you've had today. In other words, you've had more highs, more high good feeling today than you usually have in a normal day, because you've been focused and you've been resonating with the fullness of who you are. But on a normal day, the really high good feeling, yodeling down the canyon, yahooing feelings that you have are rather infrequent. And the observing and the criticism and the worrying and the frustration, that's a more dominant part of your day. And so it might be 10% in the vortex and 90% not. There may be a very much accurate correlation within that, but we would not assign it to the brain capacity or the brain function. We would assign it to the focus capacity and the focus function. And it is our promise to you that when you take it out of the conversation of thought and put it into the conversation of emotion, it's like sneaking in the back door in all of this. Even though thought comes first and emotion follows, it's always that way. In other words, you focus and the emotion follows. If your intention is to find an emotion that feels good, usually it will lead you to a thought that supports the emotion that you're reaching for. So it's a very helpful thing. That's why some of you have enjoyed this emotional scale that we've talked about. It's a very helpful thing to decide that you want to be happy. If you decide you want to be happy, Esther says, every time that she and Barbara get into the car on the way to the airport, she says to herself, and she doesn't need to say it to Barbara because it's what Barbara lives for all the time, I want to have fun. I want to have fun. Well, when fun is your intention, and once you do it and have it and feel it and find it, then it's easy to keep it going. That's the thing about this vibrational world in which you live. Momentum is about just keeping it going. And keeping it going is about focusing. And keeping it going is about focusing on fun, focusing on fun, focusing on fun, even if I have to remember every fun thing that's ever happened. Or even I have to focus on the last fun thing that happened. Focusing on fun will bring more fun and more things that are in the vibrational range of that which you call fun, like clarity and upliftment and cleverness and flexibility. In other words, there are a lot of vibrations that are in the vicinity of what you mean when you say fun. But lack of focus is fun, odd, fun, don't like that so much. And it's the back and forthness that kills the momentum of something.
I come from a large family. There's 8 of us kids, and I annoy my family with being happy. I mean, I do. And I don't know what to do with that.
Well, what you do about it is make peace with it. Because in some ways, we think that that's an assumption that is not accurate. In other words, they might be in a different vibrational place, but you're not always in the vortex place either. And so everyone is sort of the same in that you're in and out and in and out and in and out. But when you come to a conclusion, when you put a blanket statement over an entire family, and you come to the conclusion that you annoy them with your fun, that's an out of the vortex statement. Yeah. Where if you make peace with where they are, and then you just have fun at their expense. No, that's something very wrong. When you acknowledge where they are, and you're not, you see, it wouldn't annoy you that your fun annoyed them if you weren't looking to them for some sort of approval that they're not giving you because they're annoyed at your fun.
Yes.
Isn't that a mouthful? And wasn't it brilliant?
Yeah, it didn't feel real good, but it was brilliant.
Well, it's wonderful to figure things out. Yes. And how much fun it is when, or how rewarding it is, how satisfying it is, how aligning it is when you really get to that place where what you're reaching for is the emotion, not the approval of your family. Right. So you're having fun whether they do or not. It's a really fun thing, and you've seen it many, many times where you're the one having fun. You've decided to have fun, and you're the one having fun, and you set up a sort of little vortex of fun around you, and it's contagious. All kinds of people that are loitering on the edge of their vortices get sucked in, and then it gets funner and funner and funner and funner until the cleverness and the timing of the conversation that ensues is just inspiring. And you're not wanting to take credit for it because it was a collaborative, cooperative, co-creational rendezvous manifestation of people in alignment with who they are. So next time you're having fun and they're not, and you notice that they're not, stop and say, I just let my attention to them put a damper on my fun. And then next time that the situation comes up, you'll be less likely to do it. Next time it comes up, you'll be less likely to do it. Until before long, you will find yourself this chronically aligned person who makes peace with where everyone else is, and who stands as a physical human example of everyone on the planet's inner being. And when you stand as a physical example of everyone on the planet's inner being, you have a really good chance of inspiring their alignment with their inner being as they are looking to you and feeling your complete, unequivocal, and unconditional appreciation of law and love of right where they are, right here, right now. You don't need to change anything for me about where you are or how you feel or what's going on. Right. In other words, you're there not having fun, and that's okay with me because I'm having enough fun for all of us. There you are in your meaningful life experiences, having offered me so much opportunity, and I just adore you. And as you begin noticing that, they'll love you for your love, even though they hate you for your fun. And it will all be the same thing. We are at the ending of this gathering, and we are in a time sequence because we are broadcasting further than this room. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can convey. And today we have convinced you that we don't even need to offer the words. We can just feel the feeling of appreciation, not a big enough word, of that which you are. You are extensions of that which we are, carving out more for yourselves and for us. And there is never-ending appreciation for the process that you are all participating in. Be easy about it, be playful about it, and come to the vortex and play with us and feel the clarity of that which you are. You are deserving of more than you have cashed in, and we are eager to be standing and watching with full view at your awareness of your alignment, which is forthcoming. There is great love here for you. And as always, we stand never-endingly in the vortex.